Hello everybody, JFM here to give you another video. Now, I really thank you for joining me in this video right here, and I know you're a loyal subscriber, and I thank you. Now, you may know me as the creator of Jeff and Taylor, a series about two teenage boys on misadventures, with a cast of colorful characters and original stories. And believe it or not, how I used to start out when I was very younger, all my stories were completely unoriginal and crappy. Now, and I'm gonna show you 3 stories that I had when I was little, because, you know, they're the only ones that I have right now, because I threw away most of them, which I regret a lot. And so, yeah, I have them locked away somewhere, and I'll show them to you. And, yeah, for a quick summary, I'm gonna tell you how I started. Well, I'm gonna make this very quickly, because I like to talk and talk. I'll try my best. I was 7 years old, and I was a big fan of the Rugrats. I saw this one episode of the Rugrats, which got me really psyched, and I wanted to draw pictures of them. But they were really crappy pictures, and you know, since I was 7, all I can do was stick figures. The main difference between the Rugrats was the shape of their heads and their color. And so I made these fan fictions, I guess, of the Rugrats in the Star Wars crossover, and a Super Mario crossovers, even a Pokemon crossover. But as more and more as I get into Pokemon, I watch the anime and stuff, the old episodes, and I really hated Ash. I hated him to the point that I wanted to make my own character and make him cooler than Ash, which I did, and that's how I made Jeff. He was originally a Pokemon trainer, believe it or not, and as soon as I got out of Pokemon, I kind of started to do my own stuff. Even though there were still crappy stories, they were still really good. And then years later, I made Taylor, you know, a best friend for him. And then after that, like around the summer before high school started, I started to make more and more characters and watch more shows to get more inspiration, and that's how I started to do my Jeff and Taylor comic series. I started in 9th grade. So I'm just gonna show you. Alright, now that I got it, I'm gonna show you the first book that I've ever done when I was 7 years old. And it is the Super Rugrats. Alright, here's the cover title. Super Rugrats, you see, it's based on Super Mario World. And it's so cute, I even spelled Yoshi and Island wrong. Here's a picture of them fighting those rhinoceros on the trolley thing. And the drawings aren't really excited, they just stand there even when they're in trouble. Oh, and you might also remember one of Bowser's kids called Ludwig von Koopa. Well, in this book I named him Lowing, because I can hardly remember his name. And look at the picture I drew of him. Looks just like him, doesn't he? Yeah, the Rugrats have a special place in my heart. But, like, a few years later, like around when I was in, like, 6th grade, this was when Jeff and Taylor started to rise and stuff, and I made this strange book, Two Big Idiots 3. Yeah, I threw away the first 2, but it's meant to be a crossover with Jeff and Taylor, Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask, and Bart Simpson. Yeah, you can tell. Oh, if this isn't the best book I've ever made, then I don't know what is. So what made Jeff and Taylor go on this epic journey? Well, I had a very tough time starting things off. So, yeah. You remember the band Dream Street, this boy band in the late 90s? Well, I made them come to town, and Jeff was afraid of them, and so they decided to go to the woods. So they ride on their bikes, and then they find the Skull Kid wearing Majora's Mask. And, of course, they got beat up by the Skull Kid, and they got turned into Deku Scrubs. And instead of fairies, those two fairies, Tattle and Tail, it's Bart and Lisa Simpson, and then Bart joins them to the journey, I guess. What a crappy Bart Simpson. Just look at this. Of course, you can tell it's him, but I can draw him much better now. It may make him look like the actual Bart from the television series. Alright, I'm just gonna do a quick rant on the artwork here. As you can see, Bart Simpson looks like Elmo. Jeff with his squished face and big ears. Taylor is facing one direction while his feet are facing the opposite direction. What's up with that? Oh, and I just love this. The size of his neck, it's so long. Oh, you just gotta love my anatomy right here. Basically, his body is just a triangle. And then he has hips. And look at these, just little Tic Tacs for feet, for shoes. So yeah, the journey was pretty weird, and I skipped a lot of stuff that appeared in the game. I managed to keep the actual Moon's Tier here, so they can actually get on top of the clock tower to fight Skull Kid. It was hardly a fight, they just talked to him, and then Skull Kid banished them back in time instead of the whole ocarina thing. And then Skull Kid warned that he's gonna destroy the world in like 3 days, so they had 3 days to get all the masks, I guess, from all the temples. So the first place they go is the Southern Swamp. If you ever played the game, then you should understand this. So the three of them go to Woodfall Temple, which is just some water volcano, I guess. They get inside, fight some monsters, Bart with his huge spear, Jeff with the razor sword, jump through perilous traps and stuff, fight some more of those black things. Look at Jeff, he's just ready for action, isn't he? Standing there like that. They eventually find the boss key, so they can fight the boss of the temple. Jeff is scared while he's opening it, thus giving us a crappy ending. Now I really intended to continue the series. It was meant to be like a quadrilogy, but then I really got bored with it by the time they got to the mountains, so I guess they died. The end. So the next book I'm going to show you is hardly a book at all. It's not even stapled together. That's because I didn't finish it. I only made like 22 pages. And it's about Jeff and Taylor going to a different dimension and going to find the 4 diamonds to get back, I guess. That's why it's called Jeff Taylor and the 4 Diamonds. So yeah, I'm just going to show you some pictures now. The whole story is just Jeff and Taylor going to a dimension and saving this one girl who's Taylor's girlfriend, I guess. They fight this evil doodle, and including this guy, an evil king named King James. He's a very poor excuse of a bad guy, so I redrew him, put him in my main Jeff and Taylor comic series as the mayor, and he's much, much, much nicer. So I hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, I'm really glad that I still have these, because I've really missed them, my old books. I could post them up and stuff if I still had them, but unfortunately no. That's why every drawing I ever drew right now is kept, and I still have them somewhere. So, I bid you farewell, adieu. This is JFM, signing out.